Hello everyone, Vic here. Today we'll be talking about Rabbit R1 LAM and Circle to Search coming to iOS. On the product side, we will be talking about the new Surface devices. All that and more. Let's jump into it, shall we? Circle to Search coming to iOS. Google introduced Circle to Search early this year. This feature allowed the user to circle something on the screen and then it will get searched. I use this feature a lot and I like it, especially when I'm doing my research or just checking out things on my phone, so I do it. I do have a Samsung, so I normally use it on that phone. It is great now. The users for iOS can be happy that now Circle to Search is coming to iOS. But to be more specific, it's coming to Chrome iOS. Some people can say there was a similar feature on iOS where you can capture the screen and then run it through the Google Lens. But that was a whole process. Now with Circle to Search, you can shorten up that process and just get your results immediately without going through all that. But the main question on everyone's mind, I know, is will people move from Safari to go to Chrome just because of this new feature? That is the main question. What do you think about it? Rabbit R1 LAM. First of all, does everyone remember the Rabbit R1 generational AI device? I did do a video on it. You can check it out after this video and see what I am talking about. Anyway, there is current drama or news about it, depending on how you wanna view it, but it is in the mainstream in topics this week. The problem started when MKBHD reviewed the device and said it was mid, to put it lightly. People started coming after him and saying bad reviews affect startup companies and small companies. You shouldn't do bad reviews. Well, I will not comment much on that, but I do have my own opinions on this topic as well for reviews, because my channel just looks at tech as well, so I will have my own opinions on it. My own opinion is that if a product is good, it will sell. And if a product is bad, it honestly does not matter what a YouTuber says. Moving on to what we are talking about mainly today, another YouTuber went on the case and looked at Rabbit as a whole, and that YouTuber was CoffeeZilla. You can watch his videos after this. He has 2 videos on just investigating. He does investigative journalism, so you can just see those 2 videos and all the information on it. But on my video today, I'll mainly be focusing on the LAM side of the topic, because I did look at the scripts as well. I did try to find research about LAM, and I'll present my conclusion on it here. What does LAM do? What does LAM do on Rabbit R1? First of all, let's go to what they said it does.
Led us to create the Large Action Model, or LAM as we call it. It is a new foundational model that understands and executes human intentions on computers. In short, the large language model understands what you say, but the large action model gets things done. We use LAM to bring AI from words to action.
As they said, from words to action. But does it really do that? The current answer is no. But I know that most people will say, but we saw that LAM was clicking on the website, picking up things that I wanted and all that. How can you say this doesn't work? On a side note, it also uses ChatGPT, even though they said this is faster than ChatGPT with a web browser. That is the only difference, by the way, that they have is the web browser part. But in all that, that's where the problem comes in. It is not using LAM, but using Playwright on their web browser. which is not AI, it's just script. So the first question which we need to get out of the way is, what is Playwright? Playwright, short terms, it's a web automated tool. Playwright enables reliable end-to-end testing for modern web apps. So where is the problem, you ask? The problem is that Playwright script follows commands, and commands create steps. Think about it this way. Every morning you need to go and throw out your trash. So the steps will go like this. Step 1, you go to the kitchen. Step 2, you take the bin outside. Step 3, you throw the trash on the outside bin. Those are the steps that are scripted to throw out the trash. But what happens when the door is closed? Now, you cannot go outside, so you cannot perform step 3 on the script. So the whole process cannot be done. But if it was AI, it would just override or add a new line saying, open the door if the door is closed. So you added another line in that process if it's AI. Now, let's go back to the website. If you're using script, it will follow the step to go to that website. If a website updates or has a new ad, then it will all not work. But if it was AI, it will be able to adapt to those changes and still work properly. There then lies the problem. This was the main selling point for the device. They said LAM was strong enough, so they had to create a device for it. The main reason to create a separate device was because LAM was so powerful.
Large action models concept and test results are so powerful that we decided to make a one-of-a-kind mobile device.
But if that selling point does not exist, then what is it? But do note they do have a disclaimer on their side, as you can see. I will focus on this part. When you use our device and service, you will understand that the output may not always be accurate or true. This is understandable in the AI space, but this was not the main problem. The main problem is, what does LAM do? The new Surface devices. Microsoft had an event this past week and they announced their new Surface devices. It was great to hear. They are saying this is an AI-based computer and added a new category of computers which they called Copilot Plus. So what do these computers run on? These devices come with the ARM-based Snapdragon X Elite and Plus processor from Qualcomm and will later feature Intel and AMD chips. The chips have a neural processing unit designed to power the AI features in Windows 11. As a result, Microsoft says Copilot Plus PCs, they are 58% faster than the M3 MacBook Air. In addition to Microsoft's new Surface device, Lenovo, Dell, Asus, and HP are launching Copilot Plus devices designed to support the new AI feature. One feature I'm looking forward to is recall. Some people may like it and some will not. So what is recall? The tool that runs locally on your device and logs everything you do on your PC, allowing you to search for and retrieve content you interacted with. So if you had a conversation with your friend about going to a restaurant to buy igota and you don't recall what the name of the restaurant is, you can get recall to remind you what was the name of the location, the name of the restaurant you talked about with your friend last week. And maybe sometimes you go on YouTube and you scroll down and you refresh your page, but you note under your recommended there was a video you wanted to watch, so it just disappears. And if you're a social media person who goes there a lot, sometimes when you scroll down on Twitter, on X, or Instagram, you past content that you wanted to check out. Recall can help you with that as well. So on a side note, do note that the cache of Recall is saved on your local. So your content and your information is safe until we hear otherwise saying they store it somewhere else. But that is what they're currently stating. It is stored locally, so your information will be safe. Another thing they've added on Copilot, it also gets OpenAI ChatGPT 4o model. Now, Microsoft's new Surface Pro Sane model number swaps out the latest gen Intel Core Ultra processor for Snapdragon X Elite and Plus chip from Qualcomm. It is up to 90% faster than the previous Surface Pro. It comes with an option for an OLED display panel for the first time. While we're on the screen, Surface Pro is a 13-inch. For those who love colors, now let's talk about the colors. We have blue, we have beige, we have black, and we have platinum. The last thing we're going to talk about is the keyboard. But let me just say, this new feature feels like a feature that should have been there the whole time since the detached keyboard came into being. But yes, it is a new thing, but it is good as well. I'm not judging it for coming out now. I'm just saying it feels like something that should have been there at the beginning. Surface Pro Flex keyboard that works when attached or detached from the device, meaning now you can use it freely and wirelessly and remotely. What do you think about today's topics? Leave a comment below. If you like my content, please subscribe. It is free. Click that like button. Anyway, keep on grinding and level up.